the fourth episode. You know what I'm saying? Today we got a hot topic. We got a hot topic today. We talking about um good versus bad parenting. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good parents out there. There's a lot of bad parents out there. There's a lot of parents that make it hard for the good parents. There's a lot of bad parents that make it hard for the good parents. If you on Facebook and you on Instagram and y'all want to tune in directly to the podcast, y'all can go to at God's Talk on YouTube. That way y'all can hear the message, y'all can hear the sound effects, y'all can comment, I can read, I could probably bring y'all on if y'all want to come on. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, chat overlay. Let's see, caption. So today's topic is good versus bad parenting. When do you realize you are being a bad parenting? It is not about you, it is about the child. So we're gonna get into this topic. Hold on, let me go on. Let me go on from my other page. I got a bunch of pages, y'all, because Instagram be trying to censor my content. They censor when you telling the truth and being positive, but when you being foolish, when you being foolish and you oh, let me turn this down. Boop. Request to join. Send request. Hold on, I gotta go over here and accept the request. Hold on, y'all, real quick. You request. Go live. Boom. Alright, I just added Sun God Mazzani in there that way. Oh, they won't let Sun God go in? That's crazy. They won't let Sun God go in. I don't know why, but for those that's on Sun God and that's trying to get into the podcast, you can't get into it. They acting gay. It's whatever. But we tuned in either way. So good versus bad parenting. Let's talk about it. Um, you have a lot of single moms out there. You have a lot of single fathers out there. You got a lot of fathers that want to be in a child life, but the mom is just being so difficult to let the father be in a child life. And it's wrong because once you have a child, it's not about you anymore. It's not about you. It is about the child. It's not about what happened in your relationship. It's not about how many years y'all was dating. It's not about why y'all broke up. Nothing about you and the other parent matters anymore except for the safety and the full development of that child. That's what a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people don't realize that it's not about you anymore. It's solely about the child or the children doing what's best for the children, what's in the best interest of the child, whether it's education, whether it's health and diet and medicine. Y'all might not agree on medicine. You might think your child need to get vaccinated. Can't say that word. You might think your child might need to go to the doctor, and the other parent might think the child might need herbs and natural remedies. So this is where the conflict comes in. At what point do you realize, okay, I'm being a bad parent? At what point do you say to yourself, you know what? I am holding on to something that's beyond this child, to something that's beyond the person that I'm even mad at, the parent that I'm mad at. This has to deal with me personally. A lot of people can't accept that or acknowledge that. They can't look themselves in the mirror and accept that they're being the bad parent. So they have to find something to blame on the other parent and make it seem like it's the other parent's fault on why they can't see, speak, or be in their child's life. If you agree or if you don't agree, I want to hear from you. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear if you're even going through this. If you're going through this, call us up right now. Call us up. I'm gonna put you on the phone and we're gonna get to this. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a topic that needs to be addressed because the children are the future. What you do right now in front of your child, whether you know it or not, when you cursing your baby father or your baby mother out on the phone, the child is picking up on that. When you're not letting your child see the other parent, the child is picking up on that. They're not being fully developed. You know what I'm saying? When you're keeping them away from the other parent, they're not being fully developed. It takes two to tangle. It takes two parents to have a child. So why do you think it takes one parent to raise a child? It actually takes more than two parents to raise a child. It takes a village. You ever heard that old saying? It takes a village to raise a child. Mommy and daddy can't do it by themselves. You need mommy, daddy, plus grandma, plus auntie, plus the next door neighbor, plus the church. You need the whole community to make sure this child is being fully developed mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. You have a lot of sour parents. And it all stems down from childhood trauma. So you got adults now who consider themselves adults because they pay bills and they pay taxes and they do adult activities. They smoke, they drink, they fornicate, they have sex, they go to the clubs. They think they're adults now. But internally, mentally, emotionally, they're still children. They're still hurt, traumatized children, right? Because they didn't see two parents growing up in their household. Now they think it's absolutely normal to keep the other parent from seeing the child or speaking to the child, or they have this sense of control where you can't speak to the child unless I say so, or unless I'm there, or unless I'm present, or unless I give you a time frame, or you only could get them. That is not right. That is not right. For any of you women out there that's doing it to the fathers that's trying to be in that child life, shame on you. For any of you men out there that's trying to make it exceptionally hard for the mother to be with their child after they done carried that child for 9 months, shame on you. That is not right. You don't realize the damage that you're doing to your child. You say you love your child so much, but you don't realize the damage that you're doing to your child. It is not about you and how you feel or how you want to make your spouse hurt or your baby mama or your baby father hurt. You're hurting the child. You're not hurting them. You're hurting the child. The child ain't speak to his father in 6 months to a year. The child ain't see daddy in 6 months to a year. You know the psychological damage that has on the child? There's things that the father needs to give to the child that the mother cannot give, but because the mother is being petty and don't want the father to speak to the child, or because the father ain't paid child support or couldn't financially be there, the mother won't let the father speak to the child. You know how much you're hurting the child, mother? Father, by you not being there, by you not showing up and being in the child's life, by you not trying to make an effort to be in your child's life, do you know how much you're hurting your child? Your child might be at school getting bullied. Your child might be in a situation where it's peer pressured. Your child might be in a situation to where it's forced to do something that it didn't want to do, but because daddy wasn't there, because the father wasn't there to teach and guide them on how to handle them situations, you're hurting your child. You're hurting your child. At what point do the parents realize this and say, you know what? I need to stop being a bad parent. I need to stop holding on to anger. I need to stop holding on to pain and to hurt. And because me and this person relationship failed, I need to do what's best for this child. Yeah, I might not like the father of my child, but my child loves their father. Yeah, I might not like the mother of my child, but my child loves their mother. And I am not supposed to come in between that. I am not supposed to come in between my child and their other parent. That's where y'all get it messed up at. I don't know who y'all think y'all is or what y'all think y'all doing, but y'all are hurting your child. Then when your child grow up with childhood traumas, being bad in school, being bad in just different areas of his life, failing, not taking a test, not studying, just failing. I wonder why. Because you had to work 8 hours a day, right? You had to work. And the other parent wasn't present because you being petty and don't want the other parent to pick them up from school, to drop them off, to speak to them on the phone, to be able to say, yeah, I love you. Good morning. I love you. Good night. How you doing in school? You were being so petty that you let your child grow up and miss all that love that it was supposed to get from the other available parent. Now your child is dysfunctional. Now your child is bad. Now your child is have all these different disorders and attention disorder. Now your child is just a mess up. But you thought you were being a good parent. You honestly thought you were being a good parent. You thought you looked yourself in the mirror and you looked at your reflection and thought you were doing the right thing. No, that is the wrong thing. You haven't been raised properly and you're not raising your children properly. Shame on you. Shame on you. I'm not telling you you gotta speak and communicate with the other person that you had that child with the father of your child, the mother of your child, but you cannot stand in between you. Hold on, I messed that up. You cannot stand in the way of you and your child relationship with their father or their mother. You can't stand in the way of that. You can't stand in the way of the child's relationship with their other parent. Would you want somebody to stand in the way in between the relationship between you and your parent? Would you want somebody to stand in the way between you contacting your mother or your father? Or let's take it a step higher. Would you want somebody to stand in the way between you contacting God, your so-called creator, the person you believe in? So how do you think because you gave birth to a child or because you helped make the child that you just ultimately have the last say so on whether that child can speak to the other person who helped create that child? I want to hear from the callers. I want to hear from people. I want to hear from women, men who've been in this situation. You get what I'm saying? The number's right there. Call us up 929-395-0587. If you've been experiencing this, if you have a sister or a brother who's actually doing this to their child, you witnessing them be petty and not letting them speak to the father of their child or not letting them speak to the mother of their child. Speak on it. What are you doing as an aunt or as an uncle to prevent that? Are you speaking with them like, hey, you know you're wrong, right? That's wrong for you not to let that child speak to his father or his mother. It's wrong. That's not wrong. Because a lot of y'all witness this stuff and y'all co-sign it. And this is why we're stuck in the situations we're in. This is why, as a whole, as a people, we're at last place in this so-called race, this human race. We stuck because we damage ourselves. We're so hurt and damaged that we count on damaging other people. And the people that we say we love, we damage them too, while thinking that we're doing the right thing. We damage them too. So I want you to look yourself in the mirror. If you a parent, if you a single parent, I want you to look yourself in the mirror. If you on this live or send this live to somebody else, look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, what am I doing to make sure my child, well, not tell yourself, ask yourself, what am I doing to make sure my child is a good child, is being raised properly? Ask yourself, am I being a bad parent by not letting my child speak to their father or mother? Am I being a bad parent by doing that? Am I hurting my child by not letting my child properly communicate with its other parent? I want y'all to really ask yourself that. Because y'all think y'all doing the right thing. Hold on 1 second. I got some customers. Hold on. All right, I had some customers come in. Or they in the parking lot. My employee supposed to be here, but I don't know where she at. She late. She late. So now I gotta try to do two things at one time. Are you being a good employee? Are you being a good employee? Greetings, how y'all doing? I'm over here in the back. I'm on a podcast. That's why the door was locked. The other lady, nah, y'all good. Y'all can talk. Y'all can do your thing. The other lady, she was supposed to come. She ain't here yet. Oh, you pregnant, huh? Congratulations. That's your client. Oh, you the lady from? Okay, you giving birth. That's what's up. That's what's up. Oh yeah. Okay, that's cool. I appreciate that. Let me know if y'all need some help with something. I'm about to end this podcast soon. All right. So my topic is, the crazy thing is you came in, you about to give birth, And my topic is good versus bad parenting. That's the topic for this podcast. A lot of parents, they have children and then the relationships go bad and they end up not letting the child speak to their other parent. And my question for the people is, do you think that's good parenting? Because you mad at something that this person did to hurt you, or are you hurting your child by not letting it speak to his parent? Yeah, so we got to get through this. You know what I'm saying? So that's the topic, which I can keep shopping this stuff. Yeah. Uh-huh. I got the website and stuff like that. It's a couple of stores in New York that actually carry the water, but even if we need to ship it up there to you or stuff like that, we could do that as well. Yep. You could call here. I can get a website and give you a code or something if you needed to get it at a certain price. We can make it work. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got you. So yeah, y'all definitely gotta realize how you affecting your child because it's not about you no more. Once you have that child, it's not about you. It's about the emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical aspect of the child. It's not about you anymore. You have to know how to raise that child. It says it takes a village to raise a child. If it takes two people to make a child, why you only think it takes one person to raise a child? Doesn't make sense. So, with that being said, all right, you know what? I'm gonna have to cut this podcast short because I got some customers. I'll be back though. I'm gonna come back on this topic later on today, and we can finish discussing it. It's your boy Sun God. Peace. All right, I'm gonna come.